Hello, 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 and welcome to the Looney Bin, the Great Pop Culture Debates extra special recap of the fashions from Canada's Drag Race. This week we're going into episode 6 of the show, and the challenge for the runway was Canadian tuxedo. Is that the way they refer to it? Tuxedo. So it's all looks in denim, and I will give you a spoiler: none of them even come close to the regalia that Britney and Justin Timberlake wore those many years ago. That bar was set so high that no one can possibly touch it. But let's see what our girls did. So first up to the main stage. Oh wait, I should introduce my panelists. I'm terrible. I'm joined again by Brett Chin, Curtis Creekmore, and Kai Nesset-Chin. And we are going to toot, boot, poot, and shoot the looks from the main stage of Canada's Drag Race. First up, we have Scarlett Bobo. Brett Chin, take it away.
So I love this look. I love the jacket. Yes, it is underneath the jacket is simple, but I really love that jacket. I also liked her shoes, had denim on it as well. So I appreciated that. And of course, her hair and makeup looked good. So I'm tooting it.
Curtis Creekmore.
I also love the hair and the makeup. They looked great. I love the jacket. I didn't love what was underneath. I thought it looked a little bit haphazard and messy, but overall, I thought it was a solid look. Does it say denim? I'm not quite sure, but I don't know that many of the looks on the stage really said denim to me, but I'm going to give it a toot anyway.
Kai.
Echoing sentiments, yes, I do love the shoes. I don't know if it's that color. I just love the shoes and I think they look great on her. I love the pops of neon, personally. I'm an 80s baby. But I do think that this is safe. At this point in the competition, the jacket for sure is killer. But I do feel like, come on, 7 girls left at this point. Let's see something. Let's start to really see something. And maybe that's a trend with Bobo, but it's a toot for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's onto the skirt underneath. It almost looks like Starry Night is painted onto it, but I don't think that's true. Again, the jacket is definitely a statement piece. I always love Scarlett's mug, and I think that the wig is one of the better wigs. It's a toot to me. It's not extraordinary, but very little on this runway was. So it's a toot for sure. Next up, we have Alona Verley, and I'm going to throw it to Brett.
Nope, this was a total miss for me. Her butt doesn't match her face, and this outfit is just hideous to me, the top part of it, and it's just, I don't know, I just didn't like it overall, so it's a boot for me.
Is it a boot or a poot? Because you can poot it.
It's both. I don't know, it's terrible, so I'll say it's a poot.
Okay, Curtis.
This is actually one of the few that actually looks like denim to me. So you get points for that, I guess. But there's so much wrong with it. I get what you were going for. Like, it could have been really cool, but why did she make the what are those called?
Chaps.
Why were they so big and elephant leg like? And then the baby hair wisps. I didn't get it. I'm going to boot it because I think there were actually worse looks on this stage than this one, but it's bad.
Kai.
I want to like it. And I think I may have said that once or twice this season, but I really do want to like it. I feel like there are so many pieces that are like, oh, that's eye-catching, for the right reasons. But the chaps are, just terrible. And I think this is the worst makeup I've ever seen her do so far. Personally, I think it's the worst. I am on the verge of pooting, but I will hold back. I'll clench up and I'll give it.
You don't want to take a chance on a poot there. No. You never know what's going to come out. So I think from the hair, I love the hair, actually. I think the baby hair thing is really cool. I think she did a great job with it. I'll agree that the mug is not quite there. If she was kind of going for a more urban look, I get it from the waist up, and I actually really like it. But this is at least the second, probably more than I'm missing, version of bad chaps we have seen on Drag Race. I'm going immediately to the Monet Exchange Western look with the terrible chaps, and I feel like I'm missing 2 or 3 other just like really bad chaps. Even Shea Coulee's chaps from the wedding, like backyard barbecue challenge in All Stars 5. Chaps are hard to do. I can say from personal experience, a good pair of assless chaps are hard to get fit right. And these are like not even remotely close to being where they need to be. I think she's going stylistically for something that wasn't attempting to be like form-fitting, but man, it just looks bad. So it's a boot for me, but it's not a poot. Next up to the stage, we have Boa Brett.
Noah. Again. Oh, she talked about how it's like she crawled out of hell or something, and she should have stayed there. Because it looks cheap. It just looks terrible. So I want to say I do like her wig. It's purple. It's
Yes.
and it had glitter in it. I love glitter. So, but the whole look, her breast, I don't know what her breastplate, but it looks so cheap because it's so shiny and plasticky. So this whole look it's another poot for me.
It's another poot.
Whoa.
Wow, Brett is coming out swinging this week. For those who are watching and don't know, Brett is like sunshine personified. He is glitter. So when he says, "I love the wig because it has glitter," Brett Chin is glitter. So if he's putting folks like, it's bad. Curtis.
There's so much wrong. I just keep looking at her hips. At least she padded, I think. Because she's cinched. So I really do appreciate that. So I'll leave it alone. You know what? You did it, and I've been asking for it. Even though it does not look exactly right, I'll leave it alone. I will talk about that breastplate because it was not good. She looks like she rubbed baby oil all over her chest, and the way that it just doesn't fit her. It's like she got a breastplate that was 2 sizes too small, and now her tits are like here when they should be down and like sitting appropriately, and they were kind of coming out of this, and then the wings look like trash. I love your hair.
Boot. Is that a toot or a boot? Okay, good. Kai, go ahead.
The shoes. I don't know. This to me is like disappointing to see on the runway, and she is cinched. I love her ass. I will say it looks great. I just don't know what pieces go together. Like it was like, I have this wig and I have this shoe and I have this gold thing happens to look maybe like denim. I don't know if it is or not. I'm just going to wear them. Maybe she thought she was going home. I don't know. And the boobs too pulled me out. Every single time I saw them, they pulled me out. So I won't go on. It's a boot.
I think this is less a breastplate and more a titty bib. It's just not even remotely close to being correct. But I'm going to start by talking about the things that I like. I love the wig. I love it. I love the mug. I feel like I got what she was going for, was this kind of like 1980s trucker parking lot, like before a Van Halen concert, trying to get some dick, and that is 100% my aesthetic. But again, execution is bad. I saw the fishnets, and the fishnets were ripped, ladies. It's essentially a denim swimsuit, which like just spells chafe for me. Like my inner thighs are screaming just thinking about it. I love Boa, and it was really sad to see her go out like this. Spoiler for the episode, she does get eliminated. I don't think they expected her to go home this episode. I think they thought that she could take out Ilona, and they were wrong. It's sad to me because she swung for the fences with those wings. I don't mind the wings at all. I think they're actually really fun. But the rest of it seems very much an afterthought, and that's unfortunate because she's better than that, frankly. So for me, it's a boot. Next up, we have Jimbo, and I'm going to give it to Brett.
Yes. He came to play. He is breaking neck. He's breaking necks. He is there. Everything about this Lee Bowery realness, and he padded so that it gives you shape. Club kid realness. I love this look. It's a toot.
Curtis.
It's a shoot.
It's a shoot.
A
shoot.
He's swinging left and right today.
I love it. I love it, Curtis.
So I liked this. I didn't love it. Lee Bowery is just not my thing. I think Jimbo killed that though. Like that's absolutely what she was going for. The hair was amazing. The face was amazing underneath it with a face kini made out of denim and all the patchwork. Like it's really, really good. It's just not my aesthetic. So I'm going to toot it because it's amazing, but I'm not going to shoot it just because we've seen her in better, I think.
Hi.
This is the opera singer from Fifth Element going to the club, and I'm loving it. This is where you see how crucial it is to have your hands match your face. You know, she painted everything. Maybe this isn't my favorite thing I've seen her in so far, but I will say it's executed extremely well. It plays well, it gives you denim, and it's something new every week. I want to see what she does next. She's playing the game and she's playing it well. It is a toot.
I never knew that I wanted to know what Smurfette as a dominatrix would look like, and here we are, and I'm living for this fantasy. Jimbo is competing on Drag Race, and I'm not sure anybody else on this season is. And I really, I take my hat off or my gigantic red ponytail off to Jimbo for that. But I find myself almost feeling pity for the rest of the contestants because they're not even close to what she's serving. And I would hate her guts if I was on the season with her because she just came prepared for a completely different competition. And the rest of them, it's very much the raw stress for less of drag. So this is a total toot for me. It borders on a shoot, but I will agree with Curtis. We've seen her in some better things, but God damn it, it's just so good. And I love Jimbo and what she's bringing to this season. Next up, we have Rita Baga. Brett.
So I love this look as well. She brought it. But I didn't like underneath. It was kind of like a denim, like bathing suit as well underneath it. But I mean, I love her wig. I love the look. I love that she did a reveal, but again, it was just kind of like a bikini underneath it for me. So like, it's not a bad, and she definitely met the challenge. You can tell it's denim. So, and she had no padding in the back in her butt. So, you know, that kind of just like, just okay to me. So, but I'm gonna toot it.
Curtis.
I think she looks amazing. I don't think this looks like denim. I think it just looks like a dark blue fabric, especially when you get like when she reveals. And this is the second time we've seen Rita reveal to something that was weaker. If you're taking something off, the thing underneath it better be much better than what we're looking at. She could have left it. She could have left it like this first picture, and she would have been absolutely fine. But then when you look at I appreciate that she cinched. There's like a visible gap from where her rib cage stops, and then it's pretty impressive. I like the shoes. I just don't know if I love the whole look together because like with the cincher having to cover it with the fabric like that, I think I would have gone for a one piece instead of the two piece. It's still a toot. It's still probably the third best thing that we saw on this stage this week. It still looks really good, but I think it could have been better.
Hi.
I love this. Again, I don't know if it's because I'm an 80s baby or what. I felt good watching her reveal. I liked it. I was worried at a couple points. I think I kind of came to the conclusion that if one thing had been off, it might not have worked for me. I totally agree it doesn't look like denim. The shoes are killer. And then when she did do the reveal, when she unzipped it, like it was like cinched on her body. It was like there was no gap, there was no roll. It was like, and the last thing I'll say is we've talked about her age and they've talked about how she plays old. This to me shows that she can give you that youth and sexy look. I still think it does look a little aged. It's a gray wig, but I love it. It just makes me feel like I want to watch that drag show. So that's a total toot for me.
It's funny because when I was watching it on the episode, I didn't love it. I thought it was fine, but I actually like it a lot more in still pictures, and I can't explain why that is. I agree with the judges, like it's very pink, but then when she does the reveal, it almost becomes like the Misfits from Gem have joined Glow, the glamorous ladies of wrestling, and I am in for that show. It is a cool punk look, and I think Rita sells it. I don't think it's anywhere close to the best. I would not have given her the win this week. I very much like Rita, but that kind of came out of nowhere for me. But for me, it's an easy toot. Those boots / shoes are great, by the way. So good for you, Rita Baga. Next up, we have Priyanka, and I'm going to give it to Brett.
So I love Priyanka, and I'm torn with this, but I love the jacket. But again, it's for this far in the competition, I feel like it's safe for me. But I do love that jacket. I love her headpiece. She did do chaps though, right? Or better than the other girls. But she needs new wigs. Like her wigs are terrible. I mean, I have those same wigs in my drag bag. And so, and of course her face, though, her face is beat and she always usually looks really well. But I'm gonna boot this one.
Oh, okay, Curtis.
I could not disagree more. I love this. And I was so mad when I was watching the show and hearing the judges talk about how it wasn't good. I think it's great. I think it's one of the best things that we've seen her in. I think you could put that on a fashion runway and it would fit in. Like, it looks high fashion. Yes, her wig is bad. You have to put volume into a wig. You can't come out, shake and go every week. But overall, it's form fitting. The boots match with everything else that go into the kind of, I guess. I don't know. I love it. It's a toot.
Kai.
If I'm gonna read Bobo, I would have to read Priyanka too. Give me something like that. You've already established that you can do great things. I want to see it pushed for her. I do agree a little bit with Curtis that the judges were a little harsh with her, but I think they're trying to do to her what we thought they were going to do to Jimbo. I think they're trying to break her a little bit and see what she does. I love how tucked she is. Like when you see a tuck that good, you can't look away from it. I loved a lot of the little details that she had in this. I am upset about the wig. I'm going to give it a very soft, almost silent toot.
I like this a lot. I really didn't understand the criticism that it was getting from the judges. I don't think it's that plain. I love the bright white contrasted against the denim. Maybe it doesn't look too much like denim, but I'm okay with that. Like it's clearly the material to me, and it's giving me like hooker vibes, and that's always a toot in my book. Like lean in to the sluts, and I'm happy. On Instagram, she posted this look with a much more volumized wig, and it looks spectacular. Like the wig really does take it to a completely different level. I like this a lot, and I think the judges are being overly harsh. I agree with the idea that they're trying to push her because they know she has potential. I agree with that completely, but I also feel as though the criticism for this was largely unfounded. It's a toot for me. And then we have Miss Lemon. Oh, Brett, take it away.
I love this one. Just kidding, I just want to see your looks.
I was going to say, like, oh, good. This is going to be fun.
Oh, she went sour again for me. This is just ridiculous to me. I get that she wanted to use denim, but she took the challenge too literally. Her sleeves are ridiculous, like elephantitis in her arms. And it just, I mean, I get the yellow hair because she's lemon, but it just looks cheap. It looks terrible. She looks like the dollar version of a cheapest hooker, so I wouldn't go to her, I'd go to somebody else. So, it's terrible. So it's a poot for me.
Ooh, that's two. Is that 2 or 3 poots for you this episode? 3 poots or 2 poots?
3.
3 poots from Brett. Woof. Curtis.
This is unacceptable. This isn't even just bad. This is unacceptable. Those aren't even chaps, I don't think. They're just very large denim leg warmers with a denim diaper, with I don't even know what that is. What did she wrap around her midsection? Instead of cinching it, she made it bigger. Why would you do that? You were a tiny little woman. You could pull off anything you wanted, anything. And you came out with this. Go home. Like, you should have gone home. They should have brought you back out and said, this was so bad, we should send you home. Poot.
Oof, Kai.
Yeah, not much more I need to say. I will mention the other design challenge. The first episode was very similar in the fact that it was like, what in the hell were you thinking? And she did talk in the episode about how she made this herself. I'm assuming ahead of time, but I would not be surprised if it was 15 minutes before she went on stage. I guess to me, yeah, I can read a lot of the little details, but honestly, it comes down to I'm just confused. And when I get confused, I get frustrated. And when I get frustrated, I say things like "toot."
Oh, God. So here's the deal. A lot of people have been complaining that the judging on Canada's Drag Race has been overly harsh, which I find hilarious because when we think of Canada, we think of everyone's so polite and kind, and these judges have been dragging them. Brooke was vicious about this look. I believe her actual response was something like, bleh. Like it was like no holds barred. Brooklyn Heights let you know she thinks this is garbage, mama. I think Lemon's really talented, and I suspect that Lemon had a very different image in her mind of how she thought she looked in this and in several other looks. And she's probably having a very rude awakening watching herself on TV because not only is this poorly made and ill-fitting, it made her look bigger than she was. And it's unfortunate. The whole thing is unfortunate. And I think she's probably learning some hard lessons right now. I respect Lemon very much as a drag artist. I respect all of these queens. Like literally every one of them left. I think they're all great. It's a great cast. This is a real wake-up call to people who are interested in coming on a drag race show. You can't do this. Not on national TV, not in 2020. I think we're like something like almost 20 seasons in when you can include all the different international versions and all-stars. You can't do this. You couldn't do this on season 1 of the US Drag Race and gotten away without being dragged. And for that reason, I think we need to round it up. This is the worst thing I think I maybe have ever seen on a runway. It's a universal poot. So that is it for the girls of episode 6. And now I'm going to go around the horn for your top toots of the week after we have roundly dissed the remaining contestants. I'm going to start with Kai.
I really want to say Jimbo, but I'm gonna say Rita Baga. She just gave me feels in my down there me places, so I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna go to Curtis next.
I will say Jimbo because Jimbo was the absolute best this week.
And Brett.
Jimbo, hands down.
Yeah, I can't give it to anybody but Jimbo, honestly. And at this point, I think I've given Jimbo top 2 of the week, like 5 out of the 6 episodes. So congratulations, Jimbo. And that's it for episode 6. Did you guys agree with our picks? Do you think we're completely, we need to recycle our opinions just like Lemon recycled her denim? Please leave a comment on social media or find us at greatpopculturedebate.com where you can find all of the episodes of our podcast as well as any polls for upcoming episodes that we'll be recording. Thank you so much to my panel. We hope that you had a good time and hope that you're enjoying Canada's Drag Race, new every Thursday night on WOW Presents Plus, or if you're lucky and live in Canada, not living under the administration we currently are, Crave TV. So thank you very much, and we will see you next week.